well, I think real historic season for us. Bit of a shaky start, 5 points from 4 games. Wasn't happy with it, to be honest. You know, he wasn't where we wanted to be. Expected a stronger start to the season than what we did. So we had to sit down and discussion about it and tweaked a few things on and off the field and went on sort of a 13-match unbeaten run, which did unfortunately coincide with obviously the illness to Sean, where he collapsed in the dugout away at Trafford on the August Bank Holiday Monday. But Stuart and Lee sort of stepped up to the fore and took us on a long unbeaten run, which took us up there.
And of course, winning the title. What does that lead on to for next season?
You've got to build on what you've done. Like I said, it was a real historic time for the club. People did liken it to the FA Cup game. For me, it was a lot more important because it's your day in, day out, week in, week out bread and butter is what you're here for. And we have to build on that. Good crowd base to build on. Highest level the team's ever played at. You know, going meeting new fans, going to new places, new clubs coming here, new fans coming here. You know, a few fixtures next year that's never even been recorded in the club's history. So we're really looking forward to it.
And you mentioned the FA Cup, of course, a massive day in this club's history. That 1-0 win against Exeter on a Friday night. How big of a day was that for this club?
Immense. You know, when I came up with a bit of a statement when we played Gateshead away in the second round. We lost there, and a few reporters came to me afterwards and said, "How do you feel about that?" And I said, "Well, really, we were winners before we even got to Gateshead. And that day we were sort of winners before we got to the Exeter fixture. You know, to get to the first round proper, the first time in our history, and be the lowest ranked club left in the competition at the time. But after 7 minutes, scoring one and then parking the bus for 83, it really was. It was a great day. And, you know, the scenes at the end of the game, the fans coming on the pitch and players on fans' shoulders. Out of everything that happened, that'll probably be the memory that remains in my mind for the biggest length of time. And it didn't really sink in at the time. You know, a couple of people said to me at full time, you didn't really seem that happy. You just seemed to be going through the motions, and it didn't really sink in to what it did. It was only a couple of days after, where of course we had BBC crews here taking the stuff down, and we did a couple of BBC learning programmes around the financial aspects of it, which was good. Did that for BBC Maths or BBC Maths Online or something. To go through the figures as a learning module was really good. And that's when it sort of hit home that we had taken it to a level never seen before, and did help with the crowds. And I think, you know, that's launched us into this year.